Back again so soon, and you're gonna know why in 2 seconds. Well, let me just show you. 1 second. Okay. I know. Hi guys. I totally know. Everyone, this is Oak and this is Pinocchio. These are two feral cats. Now, Erin and I have been talking about rescuing some feral cats for the property just to, round out the ecosystem with the rat problem that we have, and also like why not give them a good home. And it just so happened that my local shelter rescued about 50 from a hoarding house, and they're kind of dispersed everywhere. So I went ahead and I rescued 3. These 2 came together, and you guys will meet Vinny in the next episode because he just is getting fixed currently. Cats are very different than wild Mustangs, correct? But Gracie is also a wild girl, and I just know with patience and love, and I don't need to be their best friends, but what my goal is to create like the perfect ecosystem in hopes that they stay. Because I believe they need to be kenneled 6 to 8 weeks until they're like let open into their zone, and they kind of, well, we hope make the decision to stay around. But I'm really excited to get them settled. So let's get them settled. I'm very interested to see how it goes. I'm going to build 2 boxes so they feel still secure, because I need to give these back to the shelter tomorrow because they weren't able to get them out without a bit of a fight. Hi. I'm going to show you them now because they might hide later. So this guy is Oak. And then this one is Hinoki, and then we're gonna grab Vinny tomorrow. Hinoki's kind of getting used to me already, like as opposed to what it was when he first got here. But again, I'm not gonna force anything on these 2. I'm just gonna do my best. So if you guys have tips and tricks, comments, advice, whatever, please put it down below, because these guys are our focus, like our main priority over the next 8 weeks. Before I put them in the kennel, I'm gonna build something out of plywood real quick for them so they can still tuck and hide away. Yeah, this is like 11 inches wide, so I'm gonna cut 2 pieces into 20-inch pieces and then make some side walls, add some holes, bada bing, bada boom. Now they can't reach through if we go there in there and have to help them. I just want them to feel safe.
I am really pumped to introduce to you today's sponsor, which is the Eufy Cam S4. This is the perfect addition for our property to basically have an eye everywhere on all the animals in our backyard. It's a 2-in-1 design, a bullet 4K ultra clear camera and a 2K dual lens PTZ camera. This is also fully wireless and it's run off of a 5-watt solar panel that you install on top of it or onto the wall. It really took 5 minutes to install and immediately lifted this weight off my shoulders. I didn't realize I never had a security camera back here, and having one that can move 360 degrees and track everything and like literally keep an eye on every single moving animal in our backyard is just so lovely. I think this is one of the smartest upgrades we've done in such a long time. And again, it took no time at all and just makes you just feel way more at peace with your place. I am in awe of the auto tracking and the 8x zoom. When it sees someone come on camera, it literally tracks, zooms in until they are off camera. It's incredible. If you guys are interested in adding solar security to your property, I highly suggest clicking the link down below and enjoying your discount off today over at eufy.com.
This is Hanoki. Good job, Hanoki. Yes, okay, one. All right. This one's a little more difficult, I feel. I know. So cool. I know. Come on, we just gotta make this work, okay? I know. There's food, there's water, there's a little cave you both went to immediately, so I think that was a win. Oh, okay. 2 feral cats in the house. Give you privacy. Let me put a fan in there for you guys. All right, we pick up the 3rd tomorrow. That's the latest farm update. Those 2 so far. As those dudes get settled, or as settled as they can, I'm gonna go ahead and just start to clear out the pantry and skim coat, and hopefully I get that done and I can just do that off camera. But I do just want to show you a quick before and after to remind you what a difference it makes. Okay, let's get to it.
So surprise, surprise, our next makeover is going to be focused in the kitchen, and we're going to start in this back tiny fridge nook. Now don't mind the tiny fridge, this is temporary, our other one broke. But I just wanted to show you this space as is because it is insanely awkward, and oh my gosh, I cannot believe we have 2 roosters, I can't get over that. Anyways, it's an insanely small space and we want to maximize the storage over here, but of course we need to skim coat, paint, do the baseboards, all the things that we just did to the living room, but I don't want to bore you guys. I just wanted to bring you into the beginning and we'll revisit in the next episode when I get further along. Now, while I do these things, it will give us the time to design exactly what the hidden fridge built-in is going to look like. And it's also going to give us the opportunity to realize how much we can store over here to kind of approach the kitchen more minimally, because there's a ton of unnecessary storage over in the kitchen and it's way too bulky right now. What would be starting a makeover without something kind of going slightly awry? I found some black mold towards the bottom of the baseboard, which kind of corresponds with how high the dirt is on the other side in a planter and it being watered, which we need to fix. So I just ripped that out and still moved forward with skim coating everything else, because I can patch that drywall and smooth coat it together and make it kind of seamless. I am not going to lie, how small this space is made skim coating it actually enjoyable, so I'm going to bust through this pretty quickly and not be deflated, which is really lovely, because literally the other episode I was like, you guys, I am over it. I'm realizing I literally need to touch green after doing the skim coating. That's gonna keep my sanity through the whole process, I believe. So the main reason that we're rescuing these cats, honestly, the rodent issue is so out of control. Getting into our cars, keeping the chickens up at night, just causing a ruckus, and eating all of the plants that Aaron and I have planted over the last year, which is like over 200 plants. So we've had enough of that. The timing really couldn't be more perfect to introduce the three boys into our ecosystem because we're about to acquire a ton more plants in a couple of weeks. And so by the time that they can be like introduced into the quote unquote wild here, we're gonna have the chickens resituated. We are going to have the catio and their little shelter and the greenhouse built out, and you know, the pantry and the kitchen really underway. It's gonna be so fun. It feels like everything is kind of like syncing up in a really interesting way. So anyways, just wanted to give you a little life update, the direction of the projects that we are going to be doing, and the new members of our family. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. I know it's kind of been all over the place, but we are getting back on track. I just need to get that living room behind me.